Hey everybody, welcome back to Derail Valley. This is the last session of this game that I'll be doing with this mic. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be upgraded to something much nicer, and as always, we'll be working on the setup going forward to try to make things nicer all around. But I'm just getting started, just learning how to do all this, so I'm gonna pick back up where I left off with my Derail Valley session. And just try to make some money. I don't have any specific plans. I'm gonna try to take, I have only a couple licenses. I can do shunting, freight hauls. I don't even think I have logistics yet. Maybe I do. Let's see. Actually, I can find out right now. I have shunting, freight haul, DE2, and train driver. So maybe we pick up logistics. Anything that's not going to cost too much money. Kind of curious about what does logistics do to my insurance. Nothing. And how's my money looking here? I see. I switched it so that I'm on always run. I think I'm actually gonna switch that back off right now because that makes it awkward inside. I could just shift toggle to fix that, but this is fine. I don't mind doing it this way. Money. I'm at 51,000. I think, okay, I'm not going to pick up logistics unless I see something on offer here that makes it worth doing that right now. But I can do this one, 23,000, and I can do this one. This is almost definitely what I'll be doing. It's just a freight haul. Shunting for 4,000 it's doable, but it's kind of not that great. Logistics for 4,000, doable but not that great. Some shunting for 17,000 isn't bad, but it requires a long one. Probably not going to do that right now. Shunting for 7,000, it's doable but not that great. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's not fantastic. Freight haul for 4,000, not really appreciating that. Here's 11,000 for a freight haul with long one. I'm not sure why this is so good. Maybe this is going to be, it's going to be excavators, and I'm guessing machine factory in town to coal mine is maybe uphill or something. Which coal mine? It's just coal mine. Coal mine is, okay, so it's from here all the way over here. This could be what the issue is. Maybe it's just the length of the route. I don't know why this is such a good deal. But we're gonna see what did I leave over here? 7,000 for logistics. So not currently picking up logistics. I'm going to be attempting this long freight haul from here to the coal mine. And it might help if I go real quick and check on where my train is. I hear it out here. Did I leave it right here, or is that even what I'm hearing? No, here it is. So I've got just this single DE2, and I want to stand right next to it and check on my output levels. Maybe stand inside, because I'm going to bring this down just a little bit. I don't want it to be overwhelming. Okay, that's good. I want to be able to hear myself think, and I don't want to overpower my voice in the stream. So let's stand outside, see how that sounds. That feels okay. Let's go and pick up this let's go pick up this mission. I already lost the place. It's right behind me. Here it is. Okay. I'm ready to do it. Alright. Okay, so they're telling me I can't do it for some reason. Let's find out what this is about. Ah, I gotta pay my debt down. You got it. I will absolutely do that. So fees, just pay $100 basically. Not a problem. And now I should be able to take this order. Let me go ahead and grab that back out. Okay, let's do it. We're gonna be picking up at B20. And good thing I checked on my train. Even though it's right here, sometimes I forget where I leave it, and especially between sessions. And when you pay your fees, it shuts everything off. So let's see where we're at here. We are in C, and I gotta get to B20. So first thing I'm gonna do is just disconnect all this stuff. It's usually a good idea to turn off the gas flow first. I don't know why, but I was having a weird issue with mouse sensitivity down there. Anyway. There we go. And let's see, we are facing to the north. If I have a look here, we're in C facing to the north. We want to go to B. Should be as easy as coming out in front and backing up into B to my right here. So once that happens, no, actually this is, yeah, coming in from the north. So, no, that's right. So once that happens, I want to have a look at this and see if that's going to work for me. See, maybe I want to get turned around and not go up the... I mean, I can go up the high route. Yeah, let's actually do that. We're just going to go to the north and take the northern route through IMW, come out of Machine Factory, and head up this way. Go through the loop-de-loop and make it across to coal mine that way. So before we lose any more time, let's go ahead and get at it. It usually reapplies the handbrake. Let's get everything going. I don't know why I turned that on. I was just going to get moving anyway. All my electrics are on. Engine needs to get started up again. And brake pipe looks okay. Everything's looking okay. Stuff just got refueled, so let's go ahead and move and make sure it's looking like I'm going the right way once I get up here. But basically, I'm going to wait for this to join up with something either way. And, you know, whichever way this thing has me, okay. That's probably how we get to be right there. And it did join us to the right. That has me relatively confident that that's the way we want to go to get into B. And I want to go to B20. So let's, whoa, be careful there. Get the reverser in place, take the brake off, and see if we can back up into B. And honestly, I'm a little concerned about this. What is this other... This is for like a completely different track, so I don't have to worry about that one. But for B20, I didn't look and set this up properly. Let's see if I can work it out before I get there. That looks like B20. So I think what's going to happen, we're going to stay left. We're going to come left and we're going to come or sorry, stay right, go right, come left to get into the second to last one on the right here. Should be B20 outgoing. And yeah, there's all my my excavators that I'm going to pick up and take to the coal mine so they can get to work excavating. So let's get a little closer before I slow down. I think this is a good time to do that. And pop out here. Make sure this first... Okay, we got full handbrake applied on the first car. Should be the only car with handbrake applied. This is looking right. There's no other cars around here with excavators, so I don't really see the need to check the manifest closely on this. Go. Get the trains hooked up. Make sure we turn this handbrake off. And we want to check the brake pipe. There's no cars with handbrakes on. So we're gonna take out of here to the north. Take off out of here to the north, and make our way through IMW. The Iron Mine West is, I assume, what that's about. We'll also be going through the food factory. I think is that one. FF up here. Then we'll be hitting the loop-de-loop. Coming all the way up to the northeast, almost to the Iron Mine East, and then down into the coal mine. That means that I basically don't have to worry about any turns at all for quite some time. I just have to worry about staying straight through the mines and the factory. There could be a turn right here, but it looks like all of these are most likely just join up. Either way, I know that I need to stay to the right for all of these, and I won't have to worry about staying to the left over here. So let's see how this goes. I'm gonna go slow out of here until I don't see a lot of you know, towns and factories and stuff happening. Going about 20. We do have our train in tow. All our cars are hooked up properly. Telling me right now I can go 100. And I think I'm going to pick up some speed while I can. And I want to have a look at my sound output. I'm going to go ahead and lower the sound of the train just a little bit more. See if that's appropriate. Still go 100 here, kph, so oil pressure, oil temperature, I should say. The engine temperature is doing just fine. I'm not overstressing any aspect of this system. I am starting to hit up to about 70. I'm going to lay off the brake entirely, or I'm sorry, the accelerator entirely here, and I'm just gonna see what gravity does to my speed. That's speeding me up, and we've got an 80 limit. I'm actually gonna apply a little bit of brake here. Try to prevent from going over 80. And I think that's holding me just fine. If anything happens, stay to the right. They are gonna slow us down really quick here. 50. So I'm using the full train brake here to get down to 50. That's going to require some pressure to build back up in the brakes in order to maintain any speed. But that was quick enough. Don't have to worry about changing route, lay off the independent brake just a little bit, and I'm going to continue to head between 40 and 50 kph around this turn. I'm probably going to want to slow down a little more than that as I approach the next station. I've got full independent brake on, and it is not really wanting to slow me down here. Didn't quite catch that limit sign, but I believe it said 60. I'm just going to leave the brake set the way it is. We don't have any wheel slip. We're not overstressing anything. But coming up through here, yeah, I am actually going to let it continue to slow down. I want to be able to judge what's happening as I come through the station. So letting it drop down to about 30. Gotta find a clear route to go straight through. Maybe add just a little bit of acceleration. Okay, so for here, I'm gonna stay to the right, and they want me to go 40 or less. This is a good coasting speed at the moment. At least the very first switch I'm gonna keep right, because it looks like everything branches off to the left from my relative direction to go into the different routes in the station. So here we go, to the right. And they're saying 50. This is going to send me straight through the center. It looks like it's completely empty. I'm allowed to go 50 here. Let's pick it up. Not too fast. We're just going to pull straight through and continue moving along. I want to check on the setting of my lights. My front lights are pretty much full blast. I'm pleased with that. And we're just slowly picking up speed at a comfortable 30 right now. And yeah, all we've done so far is come from here to here. We have quite a distance before I have to worry about any other turn-offs or anything like that. Just gotta watch the speed. For the most part. I can accelerate to 70 here. So I'm just gonna keep it on a low medium acceleration. I guess I will be going uphill eventually here. I'm not sure exactly when that's gonna hit, but I know that by the time I get all the way around here, oh, this is an uphill loop-de-loop. Go 80. My acceleration is not actually sufficient, so let's stress the engine a little bit. Pick up some speed. So a lot of this game is about managing, well, especially when you're on one of these starter locomotives here. A lot of this game is about managing your speed and various stresses on the engine, such as the temperature and the electrical output, making sure you have enough air pressure to control the brakes. And sometimes when you can pick up speed a little bit more easily, it's important to do so, because you could end up in a situation where you need to. And in this weak locomotive here, the DE2, you're not going to be able to get enough, not going to be able to build up enough speed without putting too much strain on the temperature of the engine, and that can cause damage and prevent you from moving anywhere. So right now, I'm feeling like I'm able to pick up considerable amount of speed. Or I shouldn't say that, but I feel like I'm able to really kind of gun it here, not overheat the engine just yet, and get some speed. I'm allowed to go 80. I'm going for about 50. But here's our progress. Not too bad. And aside from which, okay, now this means I really need to look out for my overall acceleration. I'm hitting near the new speed limit of 60. And that's because of some turns up ahead here. Little tiny ones. But you can see my engine cooling down as I do that. But anyway, yeah, aside from just making sure that I can actually maintain the speed that I need to get up over hills and such, it also, if you're going closer to the speed limit, you're going to get from point A to point B faster, obviously, and that helps with your bonus money. So it can help to make up for some of the fuel costs and maintenance costs associated with running the engine in the first place. Now I'm going to have to decelerate to 40 here, and I think I'm just going to use the independent brake because we are not doing too much. Just see how that sits as I coast here at 40 around this turn. You can hear the wheels, not exactly slipping, but interacting with the track as we take some of these tighter turns near the speed limit. I'm allowed to pick back up to 60 here, and I'm gonna push it. Not too much though. I'll probably only push to 50. I do have to worry about these larger turns coming back up around this corner. 50, they're telling me. I may actually just keep a low acceleration just to maintain speed around 50 for right now. Feels comfortable to me. And as you can see, it's pretty dark out here. I can't open this side window in this train. They're saying 40 now. Probably just coast down to 40 if I lay off. Yep. Close enough. Probably this turn that they're concerned about right here. So, as you can see, I'm making it to 40 within enough time, and I can pick back up my minor acceleration to hold my speed at my current inclination. Maybe a little bit more than that will be okay. What do we got up here? 90. So let's let her rip. Should be around, you can see I'm around the larger of the turns. I'm not going to have any major decrease in speed for a ways. It'll fluctuate, but if they're telling me 90 right now, I don't think it's going to jump down to 30 within a couple of signs. Yeah, it comes down to 70 here. I'm going to keep it around 60 for the time being until it looks like there's a problem with that. $80. Yeah, so that's 80's close to the top of my speedometer. It's unlikely to be doing that kind of speed on level ground without really stressing the engine. Going downhill with a big load behind you, it's a little more likely, but you never want to be up in those speed ranges in a train like this. At least I could be wrong about that. I'm no train expert here, okay? But in my experience, it's kind of bad news to push near the limits of what your train can do. You want to have plenty of capability to brake the train if you're going downhill suddenly. And it can be tricky to keep your speed up. It can be tricky to keep your speed down. Okay, they're telling me 50 coming up here. And we're doing all right. We're doing pretty good time. Most likely, with any luck, I'm not going to derail. Not today, anyway. We'll see. This game's got definitely a lot of stuff that can go wrong with your train if you're not doing things correctly. So if they give me a choice up here, I'm going to want to stay to the left and then stay to the right through the station. And then stay to the left through the turn just before, to get into the roundabout. Keep an eye on the speed limit. They're telling me 50 right here, so I'm actually picking up speed. And we're going to see if full independent brake keeps me below 50. It does. Probably lay off a couple notches. That's alright. What's this say? 50? Want to keep it in check. Going just a little over the speed limit. Full independent brake is doing the trick just barely with this load. Going slightly downhill. Okay, here we go. We've joined up with the other track, so now I need to worry about keeping to the right through the station and not going too fast so I can find my clean way through as last time. It is nice to go downhill. Sometimes it's just kind of feels a little safer. I mean, I don't want to say safer, but a little bit less stressful to be using your brakes to slow down rather than using your fuel, because you can always, as long as nothing goes seriously wrong, you can always use your train brake, kind of like your emergency brake, and let all the pressure out of the air brakes in the back cars. And once there's no pressure to hold the brakes off, to hold the brakes open, then the train stops, and it's not going to go anywhere until you build up pressure in the brakes again. So, like right now, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to maintain 60 going downhill with full independent brake on, and I'm going to release some pressure in the train brake. Just a little. And that's going to take time, as you can hear the air filling back into the brakes, relieving some of the pressure. All right, full independent brake on, and that's the brake in the locomotive only, and that is not enough to keep me from accelerating. But the limit here is 70. Okay, they're telling me 60, and I am actually going to considerably slow us down here. I know that the station's coming up, and I want to stay to the right. I want to get down to about 40 minimum. Okay, so we are staying to the right. Take the train brake off now, and keep the independent on so I can slow down. Hopefully go straight through here. And it looks to me like they are a little bit nerve-wracking. Could slow down immediately if need be, but okay, they've got me a clear through path. So let's take the independent off. And now we're just going to coast through here at about 30. I could speed up if I need to here, but let's see. Yep. We're gonna have a big turn coming after this station anyway, but let's pick it up to about 40. Just through here. There's a lot of little tight turns inside the station. Don't want to do anything too quick and snap the back end around and derail anything. So 40 feels about, safe. I didn't see what the limit was. I feel 40 is okay. They want us to do 30 here though. So luckily we're actually maintaining speed. So let's see if Independent does it this time. That's good. I think we're kind of close to level ground here. The signs tell you about the elevation changes as well as the speed limit, but I have to say that it doesn't feel like it's always consistent, and it's easier just to pretty much ignore that, at least for me. It's easy enough just to work out what exactly is going on based on feel. So, like right now, it's pretty obvious I'm pulling uphill. Don't need a sign to tell me that, and I'm putting a lot of stress on the engine just to, keep it above 30. And this could be a pretty bad situation, but I think that as long as I get up at around 40, the passive cooling on this locomotive should actually, now I'm gonna have to lay off a bit and try to keep it under 30. Yeah, the passive cooling on the engine kicks in, and it can stop dropping temperature even when you're stressing it, as long as you don't stress too hard. From airflow, I guess. This is just a diesel engine. Okay, we can be going a little faster than this. We've lost a considerable amount of speed. And I need to stay to the left up here in order to do the roundabout. This is where we're going to be really pulling uphill, and it can get a little tricky. So here they go. They're telling us 30. They're telling us 30, and I got to stay left. This is enough to basically maintain my speed, and the engine is holding pretty steady temperature. I need to keep an eye out for my signal. Not here. It's a little ways to go, actually, so they're just warning me it's coming up, and that I need to stay. That I need to stay at a slower speed. For some of these turns, some of this terrain. That's fine. It's a little troubling because I'd like to have as much speed as possible coming into the climb without having a really hot engine to do it. See, here comes the struggle. We're starting to get up into that range where it's a little bit of a question mark as to how viable this is going to be. But I feel pretty confident I'm going to be able to get up this hill. Okay, the actual split is coming up here. I need to stay left. Here it is, left. And it's 40 to the left, so I could pick up a little speed here. If I can manage to. I really need to try. Let's see. This is where we get risky. I want close to 40 as we start pulling up the hill. I'm going to let that continue for a little bit longer before I drop a notch, because it's holding pretty steady right here. And I've still got a 40. Alright, let's drop a couple notches. Guess I'm gonna coast. I was picking too much speed, but just barely. Need to maintain it here. And we're in the loop now. Okay, I can go 70 through here. Need to keep an eye on this temperature, but see, this is all uphill around this loop, and it's gonna be a real fight. So let's try to balance this for max speed and the lowest temperature I can while increasing my speed. They're telling me 50. I'm probably not gonna pull 50, but I should at least be able to maintain around 40. This little temperature alarm comes off when I enter the yellow. I'm pretty safe in the low yellow here, but you can see it's becoming more of a struggle. I'm losing speed and gaining temperature. I'm going to drop 2 notches of acceleration and hope that I've got enough speed to maintain 30 as my temperature goes down. The terrain fluctuates a little bit even around these turns. So here I am picking up quite a bit of speed. I'm actually concerned about that. Actually a little concerned about this turn right here. But here we go. We're going to want to stay to the left. Don't lose too much. Here's our split. 40 is our limit. Stay to the left. Just a little bit of acceleration. 1 notch. Which is still dropping my speed. Staying to the left. I can go 80 this way. And I have a lot of temperature allowance right now. A lot of temperature budget. So let's use some of that up. And keep going around this roundabout. This, not roundabout, but, you know, corkscrew up. This isn't bad. I feel comfortable with these with this throttle setting because soon I'll be going fast enough that it'll be helping to modulate my... It's not so strong that it's going to continue to... There we go. Look at this. I go over 40, and at this throttle, now my temperature's actually holding steady and starting to fall a little bit. If I added more throttle, it'd probably start heating up. But I'm still gaining speed too, so this is really good. And we're making it around. Gain the speed while I can. I'm gonna get up to about 60. They might want to slow me down here soon, but again, I'd rather use up a little extra fuel and brake if I have to, because I'm in the middle of an uphill corkscrew. It's gonna be easy to slow down. Much easier than picking up speed. So 60 is what they want me to do. I'm gonna drop 3 notches. Drop everything. And this is good. This is the turn. And that's all they wanted me to slow down for. I think I could safely say I just lost 10 kph, but I lost a lot of temperature too. Alright. Again, should be easy to lose that speed. I'm not even going to look at it. I'm going to check where we're at. Long time until I have to worry about turns. 40 is not happening yet, so... There we go. Easy enough. And now we can go 60, and look at this. You can see the incline changing. See this? I'm losing speed all of a sudden. Temperature's coming up. Going to give it a little bit more juice. Want to keep gaining speed. Maybe one more notch before it gets too hot. It's a race, and I'm making it harder on myself, but I gotta get the speed up. Gotta get the speed up if I want the cooling and the speed. So they're telling me I can go 90 here. And I think it did a pretty decent job, because I got it over 40 before I hit the yellow. And we made it out of the corkscrew. I'm still going uphill. I can go 80. I'm not making 50, but I am gaining speed, and I am holding and or losing temperature. Overall, things are looking pretty good. See if we can hit 60. Keep checking the map. Stay left, stay right. I think, I do think there will be, yeah, there is a turn. So I will have to stay left and then stay right. I can go 60 here, and I'm going 50. I'm going to keep these settings. Things are looking really nice here. But if I start gaining speed too fast, I need to lay off the throttle. There we go, look at my temperature drop. That's about the time you might start to get concerned about your speed. Okay, 50. I'm gonna let myself drop down to 40. 45. And here we go. Stay left. It's right up ahead here. Stay left, we're doing it, and I can go 70 here. I can go 60 here. One of the above. Actually, this is a good setting. Let's keep it here. And then I know that we're staying right after this to turn into the coal mine. I haven't even looked at my order, so that's going to have to happen. I need to start getting prepared for turning in. They're telling me 70. I'm feeling like this is fine. Remember to stay right, but let's have a look at what happens in the coal mine. It's going to be B1I. So coal mine B, and I got to stay right here. Let's lay off the throttle entirely and worry about this in a minute. What is our real situation here? We have time, so they're just warning me. But coal mine coming in from the north after the turn, and B will be straight ahead, which will be right, left. So I'll worry about that first, is just getting into B. Don't have immediate information about the speed limit, because I was checking that out, so we're just going to play it safe, keep around 30-40. But I have some time. Yeah, like I was saying, the signs, they'll tell you there's elevation, which seems more or less severe than it is. Other times there'll be significant elevation changes that just aren't really reported in the signs. And it's about as bad as the speed limit changes, but at least I know, I haven't had a problem where I obey the speed limit and I derail the train. So, generally speaking, I just try to keep it to the speed limit. Okay, we want to stay right, and we are staying right. And it's 60 to the right. I feel pretty safe about that. We're having a temperature issue, but it looks like I'm about to lose some... To me, it looks like we're going to go downhill a little bit here. They're telling me uphill. But no, unless I misread that. All of a sudden I was right, I believe. Let's just see. Gravity tells me we are either level or going uphill. So maybe they were right. Maybe we went into a less steep configuration. I don't know. Like I said, I just don't bother with the elevation change signs. Speed limit's good enough. Coming up here. Alright, it's going to be quite some time until I have to worry about the station itself. But I can see that I want to come in right, left. And keep it straight. Keep it straight through those switches. I can go 80 here. This is fantastic. Not sure why this paid so well, but I believe I'm coasting downhill now significantly, and I'm going to start right now putting some brake on. This is a little bit much. And luckily the independent brake is enough to keep me... I'll probably keep around 60 if I can manage to hold that steady. While I keep an eye on the speed limits. Right, left. Coming in from the north. And then once we get to Still picking up speed a little bit. Once we get to B, I'm gonna want to go to B1I, I think is what we said. I think we said B1I. Boop, 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 B1I. Which is just all the way to the left. So right, right, and then left, 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 left. We're gonna need a little bit more brake than this. A little precarious around this turn, but they're telling me I can go 80 after this, so that seems a bit much approaching a station, but at least for a little while. At least for a little bit. I guess it means I'll let myself go to 60 before I whack it with the train brake. There we go. And I think we are starting to level out a little bit. It's not quite so bad. Give it just a little bit of train brake. Okay, when it comes to this, what did we say? We said right, right, left, 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 left. So 2 rights and all lefts after that. Let's see if my independent brake can start slowing me down now. Right, right, left. They're telling me 50, and I'm just barely maintaining that. Let's, we're gonna all left after this. Let's really... We don't need this kind of speed inside the station. Okay, where'd we end up at? B1I. Looks like I'm gonna make it in correctly. Came in a little hot there, but this is where I'm supposed to go. I don't think I've ever been to this station. I'm gonna give just a little bit of speed because we have finally leveled off, which makes sense. B1I is not very well maintained. You can see it goes through all the way. It does go all the way through, right? Yeah, B goes all the way through. It does eventually have an end point, so we don't want to get crazy here. My train's not super long. Hard to see exactly how much of this is inside the area, but I think it's safe to stop the train here. I'm just going to throw on everything she's got, jump out, and have a look at the back end. Okay, we're easily well within B1I. In order to turn in a mission, you have to have at least one... Let's get these lights on in the back here. Should be okay. Yeah. You need to have at least one of these brakes on, but you don't have to have it disconnected. And from here, I need to see that my actual... Let me use my train lights. My actual station is ahead to the left. So let's see if we can warp our way over here. Find it. Is it over here? Is this? Here's the station right here. And if I've done everything correctly, I should be able to hand this in. And I get it. 23,000 base payment plus 11,000 bonus payment. And that's 35,000 that I made off of that, which is kind of unheard of. I'm gonna take this money, stash it, and we're up to 87,000 after that run, which is really decent. So I'm gonna go ahead and save here. Come back down to my previous save. And there we go. Just a quick glance over these next jobs. I'm about ready to sign off here, but I can see there's a 27,000 if I'm 25,000 if I just have a long one. Uh, Shunting and stuff isn't that great. That's really low right there. What's this one about? 14,000, 11,000, 9,000. So this is going to take me from the coal mine to the steel mill, and that is from here to here, which I don't think is that bad. But that's going to have to wait till next time. It'll take us back around through the loop-de-loop again, and then we're going to come down through here, straight into the steel mill. Anyway, that's going to be it for me, guys. Let me go ahead and do my fancy thingamadoodle here. And thanks everybody for checking out the video. Catch y'all later. Bye-bye.